That means idle time to gist. Let me be able to do gist. And it's going way beyond that point. And you can't stop it. You don't have self-control. So you won't be able to do anything even when it comes to gossip.
Okay, Maiwa, where's the place of self-control? Because I believe that in all of this conversation thing, gossip thing, there should be the place of self-control. Now that self-control actually also drags to it discipline and all of that, values like Peter also said. So where is that place in our conversations as Christians, as human beings, not wanting to trample on other people and make people feel bad?
There is need for us to have this self-control. Very key. You just have to allow what is in you to come to play now. If you cannot find out everything, if you lack the ability to search out everything, and then you should be careful of what you hear. So if the person coming to you doesn't pass the right information, you should find a way to excuse the person. It is not all conversation that you agree to.
That's true.
Your silence could mean no to some things. By not interjecting, could also mean no, I'm not interested. You see, that's self-control.
It's true.
That's self-control.
That's true. Okay. So
well, that's true. And then the fact where you are able to shut down the discussion. Sorry, I'm not sure I'll be able to engage in this because I won't be able to discuss this. If we cannot discuss it in the person's presence, there's no point saying it here.
Yeah.
You know, when people even see your values, there are certain things that
they won't bring. That's true.
Exactly.
You naturally repel people who don't share values.
Yes.
You know, people is when you share value system that people will bring gist to you.
Yes.
That's the language.
If I'm not a football lover and my friends that don't like football, they won't come
bring
to
that
me.
gist.
You understand?
Yes. So somehow it's like saying that you attract your like in that particular.
Exactly.
So people can see you and say, this person likes gossip. Why? Because you probably have at one point or the other brought gossip to them before. So it's easy for them to bring to you, and they know that you will sit down, you will digest it, you would even contribute, and you probably would have something to say, be it true or untrue, be it a fact or something that is not a fact about the topic of discussion. Now, finally, we're going to be talking about how do we respond in the case of gossip. Peter has already actually started talking about that value and the fact that whatever it is you do not even want to engage in, then there's no need actually trying to even encourage it in the first place. What should be our response to gossip? It's irrespective of who brings that gossip to us, because I know that if somebody who is probably a boss or something brings gossip to you, there will be a pattern to try and. So what should be our response to gossip, Shola?
Well, first, I will say that sensitivity is key. So when you are sensitive to know that this is a discussion I don't want to further, then maturity comes in, our diplomacy. So there are people based on relationship or based on relationship, age, you can shut them down immediately. But there are people who are maybe your bosses and you can't just shut down. There are diplomatic ways to end the conversation. So one should learn how to diplomatically end the conversation. One should learn how to put forth his observations or his reservations concerning a particular line of discussion, so that such things won't occur again.
Okay, Maiwa, what should be our response?
Yes, if I may add this, we can also use this tactic. It just occurred to me now. I can pick conversation from you, from your mouth, and then I will change the conversation. For example, you're trying to tell me something. I say, wow, really? I would like to hear more. Can we discuss this some other time? And I will never create time for other time.
That's true.
You see?
Yes.
Or you can even use it. For instance, somebody comes to me and says, did you notice that this person, did you see what he did that time?
The way Peter is talking, are you understanding?
I used to gist before, let me confess. Okay, used to gist, not gossip. So now, by the time you say, did you see the way? And then you just say, really? Do you know, did you even hear of this story about Trump and this one? Oh, you can just change the whole thing. Just change the direction of the discussion.
That's so true.
Now, that's another angle to trying to. But when you are discussing with a superior, you cannot change because the person
will know.
Obviously will know that you are trying to make me
look like a gossip.
Yes. So in that case, we can adopt the strategy that that Maiwa has given. That you can just change the discussion and say, I'm sorry, please. I think there's something I was supposed to do. I have not really done it. I need to quickly go and I'll come back to
for that discussion.
Now, but at the same time again, if you are someone who has values, I believe that regardless of the person, if you see that this thing is tending towards a certain thing, you can make the person know straight ahead, politely, and say, sir, I'm sorry, I won't like to
further this conversation,
because I feel it might lead to something I would not like to be involved in.
That's true.
Right?
That's
So now once you do that, the person already gets it straight.
Yes.
Say, no, I'm just, and those kind of people, they'll just change it to being defensive.
Yes.
No, I'm not trying to say, okay, no problem, sir. Thank you so much. So those avenues are ways you can use for pairs. You
can easily just tell them.
You just shut down and just say, guy, I'm going to discuss this thing. If you in this thing, no get, look like waiting go get here. No bother.
That's
no bother.
true.
Just shut it down.
That's so true.
Or if they still want to continue,
you just excuse yourself. Yes.
It's a case of see no evil, hear no evil.
That's true.
So that
that's
you don't.
So true, guys. That's so very true. The thing with gossip is the motive is actually the real case here, and the motive of gossip is to actually ridicule somebody, to devalue somebody. So there is no good gossip. So if you think that you are gossiping somebody for good, there is actually no good gossip, because gossip actually is tied to something malicious and something that would always devalue somebody in the long run. I would like to borrow a quote from Shola just this morning. Shola said that a gossip will create time or avenue for his business. That means if you're out there and you're a gossip, it means that your business line is actually gossiping. And then there was something I also put down as well. Gossip is a business, but you can't exactly define the industry you fall into. But anytime you want to engage in gossip, remember that first of all, it's not a godly action and not felt by the Spirit of God. And secondly, when you calculate your productivity in the act of gossip, it amounts to 0. That is my own quote for today. Well, that is where we draw the curtains on Impact My World today. It was very interesting. I enjoyed it. And for those of you who are yet to watch The Train, the life of Evangelist Mike Bamiloye, please do well to go and look for it on YouTube. You will be blessed by it, and then you would also know what gossip is and what gossip is not, so that you are not like the sisters in the church trying to raise an altar for Evangelist Mike Bamiloye and all of that. If you want to actually make contributions to the program, please do well to send us an email at impactmyworld20@gmail.com, or you can send us a personal message on 0909-055-8406. That's on WhatsApp. Also, you can contribute on Facebook at impactmyworld.com. Just check us up on Facebook as Impact My World, and you can make your comments, your contributions, and also share with us moments when you actually were involved in gossip and what it is you did, or moments when somebody came and gossiped to you and what it was you did. Thank you so much for joining us on Impact My World today. Peter, thank you so much. Mayowa, thank you so very much. And Shola, thank you.
We had a wonderful gist, not a gossip.
Of course we did. We had a wonderful gist session, not a gossip. Thank you so much for joining us today. God bless you.
Lord, I surrender to your plan. Well, you made this heart